What is up, heathens? Rev Avi checking in live. Magic Quarantine Talk. What is going on, people? As usual, I'm going to give you guys a chance to get here and then we'll get started. What's going on? We are just a few short days away from Samhain. What do you guys have planned, huh? What do you guys have planned? What are your plans for Samhain? But anyway, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get here. Then we'll get started, cover some stuff. I think we're going to since we've been doing a good job of sort of taking it back and keeping it sort of new member friendly. Let's step back again, and we're gonna talk about spirit communication. Let's talk about that. Ooh, what a good topic! Right on point for what I might have planned for this weekend. So we're gonna talk about spirit communication. I'll give people a chance to jump on here, and then we will get started like always. Okay. Turn my camera around. There it is. Bingo. What's up, Asen? Number one outside of brand in the house. What's up, brother? But yeah. So tag people, help brand tag people. She's like going crazy. What's up, Rhino? And we'll get started, people. Psst. Burning my face off with the lightsaber. What's up, people? Steven, what's up, brother? But yeah, so tonight we're gonna let's talk about spirit communication. Okay. We've talked about like hauntings and stuff like that. Let's talk about intentional spirit communication tonight, okay? Asen with the Dracula. I don't know how you got that like the black vampire emoji thing.
Cool.
Like, I'm jealous of that, low key.
I'm jealous too.
How you jealous? You whiter than snow. What's up, Donovan? What's up, bro? So yeah, well, we got like 7 people on here. Awesome. Okay, I'll stop waving the lightsaber around. Put this thing down, and let's get started. Let me scoot a little bit closer. So we'll talk a little bit about spirit communication, okay, and touch on that, and then I'm gonna probably end up writing like something because everyone knows I've been making the Life Force sabers, the sabers. And stuff like that. So I'm gonna write a little tidbit about why these are so fracking important and interesting and cool. And I'm going to drop it in the group, and I'll drop it on the Discord and stuff. Um, so everybody can check that out. Rhino, what's up? He's on Mars at the moment. Had to combat some back pain. Oh, okay. Cool. So with that said, let's jump into this topic. So I was kind of floating around on Facebook, bored, which happens to all of us nowadays, and I came across someone in another group asking about. And she's a member here too, but she had made a post about how people asking about people use Ouija boards, and it turned into like people like don't use it, you know how those right hand path people and like people that don't know about magic and stuff react. They go, don't use it, avoid it, it's so dangerous, you're gonna get possessed by a demon and this and that, okay. And it's just so funny reading that type of stuff, or like when people have fear ingrained in them of things and choose not to gain knowledge, and have enough courage to research and be scientific about things. Okay, let's keep in mind that Ouija boards are so popular that they're sold in toy stores. Okay, so if it was something so dangerous, okay, so dangerous, uh, nobody would have allowed it to be in toy stores. Okay, you really are. You find those in the toy section by the games. Okay, so let's just be realistic with that point of view first. Okay, there's a lot of names for them, a lot of history, a lot of myth behind them, and stuff like that. Um, but the fact that people are so scared of Ouija boards and things like that is kind of ridiculous. Okay, just because you For instance, just because something is potentially dangerous doesn't mean that it is dangerous every time. Okay. For instance, if you have a gun and it's just sitting there, okay, the bullets are on the other side of the room, it's not loaded, the gun is not dangerous. It's just there. Okay. And it's the same sort of thing with Ouija boards. If it's there, it's not going to just harm you because it's present. Okay, that's kind of silly. Um, so with that in mind, it's one of those things where if you handle it correctly, you're fine. If you're using it as a game and it's just something you do and with your friends, it's fine. As far as that goes, the problem with Ouija boards is obsession. Okay, uh, the problem with Ouija boards is truly obsession. Okay, but getting past that, there's various methods for spirit communication. What's up, Dave Stilton? What's up, buddy? There's various methods for spirit communication. All right. Ouija boards are just one. Okay. Being a direct medium is the best, honestly. Okay. Um, Rhino with the silly jokes. But honestly, channeling at like a direct spiritual medium is probably the best way to connect. Okay. That doesn't leave any space for chance. The problem with a lot of divination tools, and I was talking about, the issue with divination tools the other day, and people not realizing that they're tools, is that what happens is people think that the tools themselves are somehow magical or possess some kind of power, and they don't realize that they themselves possessing the psychic abilities is the reasoning for all of it working in the first place. Um, so pendulums work well. Scrying mirrors work great. But channeling is the top of the line. That's going to get you direct contact whenever you want it. So you won't need to have your crystal ball or your tarot cards, or you won't have to pull a rabbit out of your hat to have connection with your spirit entities. Hold on, people are saying that it's freezing. My video's freezing. Oh, I had like a notification pop up or something, and it's Brand with the Discord. It's delayed. Okay, there we go. It's Brand messaging everyone on the Discord. It's popping up on my phone, so it's delayed, and it's coming through and kind of fucking up the video feed. But hopefully it's not frozen anymore. We're good. Let's get some thumbs up, hearts, something. Let me know we're good, so we can keep moving on. Okay, so pendulums are a great way. Okay, there we go. So pendulums are a great way. Also, scrying mirrors. There's a lot of different ways that you can connect. Okay, now for the witch, for the magical practitioner, for us in here that would dare to try and practice the most forbidden and sacred of ceremonies, which is high magic, to conjure, then obviously physical manifestation is going to be the highest achievement, which is accomplished through understanding your own psychic abilities, okay, to connect and how to manifest those things, okay? Uh, just hit the like button, Carrie. That's how you can wave back, Let's just hit the like button. Veronica, what's up? I see you sneaking in over there, not saying nothing. Um, so there's a lot of ways to do this, guys, and that's the thing. So all of this, the meditation, the magic rituals, studying all of this stuff in general, is all teaching you about the abilities of your own mind. And people, you gotta understand that. And it just seems like I'll do a live and like talk to someone or something like that, and one day they get it, and then the next day they're right back where they started, where they're like, you know, looking outside of themselves for answers again. And I understand that. I understand that challenge. I understand that struggle. I understand being at that phase. Every one of us is at a different phase of our spiritual journeys. Okay, and it's we're in a different phase. And it's funny because Destiny's talking about how her kids are listening or something like that, and that's cool. Um, you got to understand that it's really about it's about you, okay, and your own mental and psychic development, okay. The mind is so amazing and so vast, and we know so little about it, truly, that you can't possibly think that we have full understanding of what reality even really is. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's a huge mystery, and so we're trying to connect with spirits and stuff like that. We're talking about spirit communication here. We're trying to connect with spirits and stuff like that, and you see tools come along, Ouija boards and whatever it is. Even if they came out with the spirit machine, which was like, you know, my dream at one point, which is like the spirit machine, where it could just, everybody could have one in their house, just plug it in, and zero, you could, make ghosts pop up in there. Uh, that's even if it was something like that, you still have to have a level of discretion. You can't let fear be involved. You have to be able to, pave the way for others. You got to be able to, you have to be willing to pave the way for others. I hope that makes sense. And for yourself, okay? You can't go believe everything people say. Okay? You can't believe everything people say. You got to try some things out for yourself. Uh, Yeah, and I talked about that too. Veronica's mentioning how everyone has a different set of skills. And I talk about that too. So everyone develops differently. And if we stop thinking about magic stuff for just a moment, outside of the spirits and all that stuff, if we just take the time to understand ourselves as human beings, okay, we all start as little bitty babies and we got to grow, right? So babies all learn differently. Okay, they learn differently. So that means that some babies learn by watching other babies do the stuff. Okay, some babies learn by hearing repetition. Okay, like a song or something like that. So everyone's different. Some babies learn by doing it. The more they try it over and over again, the faster they'll get it. Some people are more physical. So this is all going back to the core of how a person learns and develops. And once you start to be able to tap into that on the mundane side and understand how you can make yourself smarter, make yourself stronger, whatever it is, then you can apply that same logic to the magic. Okay, then you'll understand how to apply that same logic to the magic. Okay, this is about me going on this journey and constantly trying to make myself better and understand this stuff. Okay, and you don't get caught up in the belief that gets you out of the religious belief category and into the scientific exploration category. Okay, so I hope that makes super duper sense. Really trying to break this stuff down. Okay, so back on topic, we're talking about spirit communication. So there's a couple different ways you could do it, like I said, with the Ouija board and stuff. But the thing that is difficult with Ouija boards in particular is the fact that they work a lot better with more people involved. So the more people you have with their hands or fingers on the planchette, the better the result tends to be because of the energy involved. So if you want to work those types of things alone, then again, we're going to go back to what I keep telling everybody. Again, you're going to be back to chakra work and raising your energy, okay? Raising your own life force energy. You can have the life force of several people. I hope that some people are larger than life. I hope you just can understand that. Some people are have the ability to just affect others tremendously. The life force is just so powerful that it just others can feed off of it and it doesn't drain them. They have enough infinite flowing energy to supply others and still supply themselves and be active. Okay, people can be larger than life. Okay, so with that in mind, you can continue to grow your energy source. Okay, there's no infinite number to reach. There's no, I've opened all my chakras, this is the maximum level. No. Okay, this is frequency and numbers. This is infinite. So you can always be always be ascending or descending if you're feeling like you need to go down, whatever. You can always be reaching towards that ultimate experience even more. Okay, there can always be more. That's the beauty of this. Okay, since we're in that mathematic reality, it's infinite, and it's the same thing with like I said, going down into trance. People are like, how deep can you go? How far into this mental realm of letting go and trance work can you get into? And only you can determine that. You just have to decide. I'm going further than I went last time. Okay, I want to go even further than I've ever imagined before, and your journey can take you there. Okay. Um. So I hope that that really starts to hit home. Okay. Um. So when you're trying to communicate with spirits and stuff like that, it's about getting into the deep trance states. Okay, it's about getting the correct magic spells in order. Okay, the wording has. Sorry, sorry. It's about. Hey, what's up, Adriana? I don't know if my video cut out right there because my stupid ass dad is calling my phone right now. Um, well, hopefully my video didn't cut out too bad right there. But it's really about getting the magic spells together. Okay, with the wording being very specific and able to affect your subconscious mind to get that message across to your subconscious mind to make the things occur that you want. Okay, so hope that makes sense. And then it's kind of silly because people will get together and think they're doing group rituals and stuff like that. And the fact that they're getting together and engaging in the ritual, involves the law of cause and effect. But um, what they're failing to realize is that if you don't, like I said, get those levels of the trance states and understand what's happening with the magical process, you're not going to be able to truly tap into that power. It's always going to be a game of chance. Okay, we want to get out of the game of chance and get into the path of knowing. Uh, Adriana, first time watching live. Hey, yeah, you know it is. It's funny because we like talked to Messenger, did a video thing together, and all this stuff, and it's like your first time even being on a live, so that's kind of cool. Um, so yeah, it's really a process of, like I said, developing your own mental and understanding that you're developing your own mental and psychic abilities. Okay, and so once you are able to apply those things, you can develop magically. Okay. And when you're connecting with spirits and you get down and getting those messages across, okay, focus on one thing. Don't try to focus on one thing to start out. Let me clarify. Focus on one thing to start out. Don't drown yourself in too much information and too much stuff. You got to keep it simple. Okay, test everything, believe nothing. Okay, and work from there. Keep it very, very simple. Try some things. If that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, add to it, change it, twist it up, add a dash of salt. You never know what's going to happen. So keep trying to develop your personal magical art, your technique, what works to make those things snap into reality and become real for you. Okay? Cool. So I'm gonna shut up. I have rambled and probably burst open the mind of quite a few of you. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys ask some questions. I've been talking for like 20 minutes or so. Okay. Asen, is going into trance and focusing on the spirit's sigil a basic method of connecting with the spirit? Yes. I talked about that before. So you can do it daily if you want. You can work with spirits daily just by focusing on the sigil and trying to get on that frequency. So the idea of sigils, of symbols and stuff like that in general, are meant to represent a frequency. They are meant to vibrate a frequency and recreate it. You have to understand that's the core of language, of alphabet, of symbols, period. Okay? So, for instance, if we write the letter D, everyone here knows the letter D makes the d sound. So it recreates that vibrational frequency in another person, period. Okay? And that's the idea of a trigger, of a symbol that represents something, right? It recreates that. And so with sematics, this is a scientific study called sematics. With sematics, it literally shows us that not only is this a theory, but it is a literal thing. You can take frequency. We're talking about sound coming through a speaker frequency. Like I could turn my radio on. Okay, there's something called the Chladni plate, where you just sit a plate. It's a flat, smooth plate that you sit on top of the speaker, and you pour either salt or sugar or sand, okay, on top of this thing, and then you start to play frequencies, play music, play different things through the speaker, and the sand or whatever you put up there will start to take on shapes. Okay, and it's very magical when you start to change it to things like 432 hertz pyramid frequency, and you see it take the shape of the pyramid, and you see it take the various shapes of like the sacred swirl, and you see it take all the sacred geometrical shapes on their frequency. You start to realize that this is not just a theory, not some crazy belief, but a real scientific understanding of what in the hell is going on in our reality. Okay, something that we are not perceiving, something that you can't quite see is going on there. Okay, it's going to make you tap in and ask those deep questions. Um, do do do. Colton, I'm skipping your question. Um, Veronica, drumming is a good way to connect if you follow the drum. Yes, because it gives you a beat. The earth itself has a heartbeat. This comes from the Native American tradition. The earth itself has a heartbeat. And the idea of the earth being alive and taking the beat is the reason why the Native Americans use the drum. It's supposed to represent the heartbeat of the earth. So I hope that's some interesting information if you didn't know that. Stephen, spirit conjuration is spoken about in the book Samita Diorum. It is very in very very detailed. It is very very detailed in my book Samita Diorum. Here it is, always hanging out by my altar or somewhere around my room. Samita Diorum, Magic Demystified. I've popped the link in the group a few different times. Let's take a look inside. Let's see what we open to. Maybe I'll just talk about whatever we open to. Marbus. I'm not going to talk about Marbus because you guys can do your own demon search on the Discord. So, Marbus is one of the 72 goetic demons, for those of you that do not know. Donovan, just shoot me your question in DM after the live. No problem. Asen, when focusing on a sigil, what is a good sign you have made a connection? Oh, that's a good question, brother. You ready? That's a great question. I hope you got your notebook tonight, remember? So, when you're working with a sigil, okay, and you want signs that you've made a connection, and pay attention to this because you're about to get mad. The best thing to do, okay, is to test your trigger. The sigil is just a trigger, brother. Okay, it's just a trigger. So test your work, man. Back to mesmerism again. Test your work. So if you want to know that the sigil is active and working for you, tell it to flash. When you activate, you want to see it flash. You want to see it do something. You can remember the rules of, the 7 signs of trance. Use that, activate it, and use it to do something. Okay, amnesia. You did the spoon thing. Use it for that. Okay, and that's how you'll know you've made a connection specifically with using that trigger for something. Okay, now what you want that something to be is totally up to you. Okay, so if you know that, for instance, if it's the sigil of a demon we're talking about here, okay, if it's one of the specific 72 goetic spirits or demons that we're talking about here, then you would use something that relates to what that spirit is capable of accomplishing, of course. Okay, and then you could use it to trigger that. Okay, or trigger the connection to that. Hope that makes sense. Sigil can be used in sex magic as well. Yes, it can, Veronica. Asa. Schumann 7.82 hertz, I believe, is the Earth's vibration. Um, that is the same number repeated, guys. Just so you know. Add up pyramid frequency and then add up what you're putting in the chat and get ready for it because we talked about 369. Get to the Discord, peeps. Yes, sir. If you're not on the Discord, ask an admin or search in the group. Look, everybody get on the damn Discord. We're doing voice chats on there, and it's not just me talking at you. You can talk back at me. Not that I'm going to listen, but, you can talk. Rhino, thanks for shooting that link in there. But yeah, guys, come on, get on there. We can hang out, get to know each other. I'm a realist first, a father and husband and all that stuff second, and then third is where the magic kicks in, even though it's all magic. But realist first, and you got to be real with this stuff. You can't lose grip on reality, and people keep doing that, like living in la la land and just like making up stuff and being make believe. And I don't engage myself in any part of that. I do help to enlighten people, to teach them, to guide along these spiritual paths. By like everything. Listen, everything I believe in starts with test everything, believe nothing. That means don't believe anything I'm saying right now. Okay, if you've watched my lives, if you've read my books, anything, like, don't believe a fucking word of anything that I say. Okay, and I'm sorry if your kids are watching. Destiny, you make me feel weird talking about your little ones are watching. But don't believe a fucking word that I say. Okay, test it for yourself. Okay, test it for yourself. And that's where you're going to see the difference between me and every other and this group. Okay, specifically me and this group specifically versus every other occult teacher that's out there in the market anywhere. Okay, I'm going to tell you that tarot cards started as a playing game, and they don't have some kind of superpower. You can read with a regular deck of playing cards. I teach that in my Mastering the Tarot series. I've done this for people. Paid readings with regular decks of playing cards, with tarot cards, with all kinds of cards. Okay, you can read with anything. So I highly recommend that if you guys are new here, make some friends, introduce yourself, hit the like button, whatever you got to do. Check out the announcement sections. Welcome. Okay, and get on the Discord and connect with us, man. We're on a mission. We're growing community. We're trying to educate people. It makes all of us look bad when we have a bunch of people out there just kind of believing in radical occult ideas and representing the left-hand path. Whereas there's real people. We're real people here, right? We shouldn't have to hide who we are, hide in the shadows and stuff like that because of radicals representing everyone on the path. That's just not the way that it is. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Cool. So I'm not seeing many questions. I'm gonna open up for some more questions. I've been on like 30 minutes now. And then I'm gonna try to keep these shorter because I noticed that a lot of the live videos in this group are so long that I like filled up and bogged down my phone trying to download the videos to put them on the Patreon and YouTube and stuff like that. So I kind of got a stagnant within the process of transferring that stuff because the files were too fucking big. We were doing like an hour almost every video chat here in this live. So I'm going to try to cut down the time as much as possible. I'm going to try to keep it at least 30 minutes, y'all. But like 30 minutes, not so much an hour, and maybe I'll be able to keep up with downloading and transferring those files. Because while making other videos, I just don't have space for it all, okay? I'm making Light Force Power videos. I'm doing, trying to do live chats. All this stuff takes memory on your phone, obviously. I'm doing live chats, and then I'm turning around and shooting instructional videos for the Sabers. and then pictures and everything else. So it's like I just don't have enough space to be doing like hour-long video files. That's like a movie. Um, Veronica says a lot of people want answers but don't want to do the work it takes, and that's the thing. That's the thing right there. That's a real fucking thing, Veronica. You really are on the frequency over there, aren't you? We should talk more. But she's right. A lot of people are just like wanting instant gratification, and that's it's the norm. It really is. I hate to say it. That's just the norm with left hand path magic. The whole point is like it's magic, so it's supposed to be instant gratification. And then when they find out that it just doesn't work that way, like you could get to the point of instant gratification, but it just doesn't start that way. Okay, then everybody gets disappointed. Oh man, you mean I got to learn some shit? Like yeah, you need to learn some stuff. And it's sad because this could be the foundational stuff that people learn. Okay, you could have gone your whole life with knowing this stuff already, and then we wouldn't have to be adults going, it's fucking stupid to have to learn some more stuff, okay? Because you already think you know everything by that point. But imagine if you'd went your whole life knowing that magic was real, okay? Rhino, if you want 3 or 4 hours, hop on Discord, LOL. Don't be telling my secrets, Rhino. Don't tell people that we get on Discord to start, having a few drinks like we're at the bar and chatting occult stuff all night. I'd like charge you guys by the hour. We sort of like talk. I talk about everything. It's no joke. I really do. I tell stories about my life, and people tell stories about their lives. It's awesome. It's Maury, except for with friends that are your cult buddies. I'm just kidding. Cool. So and roasting me for my voice. Everybody gets roasted, Asen. Don't come in with that damn Luther Vandross ass deep 70s porn star voice and we'll be good. That's it. You just gotta go a couple octaves higher and don't come in like you ready to, you gotta come in with a regular voice there, buddy. Veronica, I will when I get through school. LOL. Okay. So, awesome. Same for my accent. Rhino's talking about his accent. First of all, I don't really roast Rhino's accent because I got a lot of country people in my family. I got a little bit of country accent, a little bit of whatever I want to sound like. But it's so funny because that's Sarah that roasts your accent, man. I don't do that. She's the one that was like, hey, you sound like a dumb country bumpkin. I don't. I wasn't roasting your accent, dude. That was her. Everybody gets roasted. Everybody gets roasted. Okay? You guys roasted my baldness the other day. Everybody gets roasted at some point. Okay? That's part of life. If you don't have enough sense of humor to take a good old roasting, then you got a lot more self-work that needs to be done. What do they like to call shadow work? You got a lot more shadow work that needs to be done. Oh yes, Adriana, your accent is very deep. I love the Romanian accent. I mean the accents from like Romania. Oh my god, I was like talking to somebody and they were like, I don't know, I'm from like Transylvania. I was like, oh man, I'm in love. Like you got the greatest accent ever. Um, right, Ace has got the late night jazz radio voice, and it's Ace on the Rebel Radio in the middle of the night with Asen, and he ain't gonna play nothing but like Marvin Gaye. Asen, how long can a person make an invocation last? Permanently, fella. Permanently. This goes into the realm of possession, which many people think they understand, think they know something about, but they don't know anything about. I did a whole video live chat on possession because the topic is that important. But it goes into the realm of possession, what that actually means to possess something or to be possessed by something. But yeah, permanently. Okay. Um, there's also a way to have someone be permanently suggestible or affected by your magical trance efforts. Okay. Um, hope you caught that. East Texas, but Romanian accents are super cool. That's Rhino. Asen, what is a clear indication that the spirit is invoked? Okay. It's going to obviously be them giving you those sensations that you're asking for. Okay. These are great questions. You do have your notebook. I can tell you got like a loaded question book over there. But yeah, so that would be confirmation through having the things that you're asking for come through. So with invocation, you're gonna feel more powerful. You're gonna feel that buzz. You're gonna feel the chakras activate. You're gonna feel it. Okay, inside, you're gonna feel the power inside. Okay. Whereas with evocation, it will be a physical manifestation of some kind. Okay. Veronica, for you, probably not long enough. No notebook, brain power. All right, my man. Cool. So I hope that helps out, guys. I am gonna wrap it up here. I'm going on 40 minutes. So with that said, much love, much love, and I will see you guys in the next one.